With the LTA benefit, the CAF was able to cover some of the cost of my travel to go visit my family. Now, to see how it would work for you specifically, go speak to your OR about it, go visit your OR. And hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time, thanks for tuning in. About a year ago, I finished BMOQ and was posted to Halifax, Nova Scotia. A lot has happened within that period, so I decided to create this video to share some of my experiences and hopefully give you some insight into what to expect after BMOQ. Before I fully get into this video, there are a couple things I would like to emphasize. The first is that I am unable to go into comprehensive details of everything that has happened within the last year. That said, consider this video more as a starting point rather than as a playbook for things to expect. The second is that although most of the things I will be discussing will apply to most people, I will mostly be speaking from the perspective of a single male logistics officer. So if you're in a different occupation or different circumstance, some of this may not apply to you. And now that that is out of the way, let's get into the video. When you graduate BMOQ and arrive at your next posting or base, one of the things you'll be figuring out for the first week or even few weeks will be admin. This is basically your onboarding process. So trying to establish things like your housing situation, your family situation, trying to get you access to emails, access to online courses, trying to enter you into the system essentially. That's what you'll be dealing with within these first few weeks. This is also the period where you'll be visiting your OR, also known as the orderly room, frequently. Sometimes people even book appointments with them to discuss things at length. But yeah, expect to have a lot of trips to your OR during those first few weeks. Now your chain of command will allow you time or even direct you to go speak to your OR and give you a list of things to go over with them. But if that gets missed somehow, make sure to bring it up with your chain of command and yeah, let them know what your situation is and that you would like to go to the OR and establish certain things and get certain things moving. And this is probably one of the most important things you want to do once you get to your next location or base. You definitely want to know where your OR is and go there as soon as possible and start having those conversations so you can start to establish yourself in the new posting or on the new base. The next thing to be prepared for is what we call OJT or OJE, also known as on-the-job training or on-the-job employment. This is basically like an internship or practicum that you engage in during the time you arrive on base and when you're going on whatever is the next course for you. And this can vary incredibly depending on what situation you're in. And it's typically based on the time you arrive and when next you're, say, going on course or when next you're doing whatever is next on the billet for you. For example, when I arrived, there were about 3 months for me between when I arrived and when I went on course. So I was tossed into an OJE in the OR, but this is not what it looks like for everyone. I'm pretty sure you could ask 100 people what their OJT or OJE was, and you'd probably get 100 different answers. During an OJE, you get positioned into a department where you can learn more about the organization, work through courses, and start to integrate yourself into the organization. And the types of experiences you get from an OJE can differ greatly, but as you grow into the organization, you can learn more about what works for you and have a bit more influence on how your OJE can better serve you. Next, courses. I've mentioned them a fair bit already, and that is because there is no shortage of them in the CAF. There are online courses, in-person courses, informal courses, formal courses, a different variety of courses, and you'll be engaging in some form of course or the other throughout your CAF career. When I first arrived, I was given a list of courses to complete, and I completed these courses alongside my OJE. All of those courses were online, but I started my in-person occupational courses in February. And between February and now, I've completed 3 courses in Borden, Ontario, completed a course in Quebec City, Quebec, and recently completed one here in Halifax. I plan to do a different video going into more detail about courses later in the future. So that's all I'm going to say for now. Just be aware there's going to be additional courses when you're done BMOQ depending on your occupation. The next thing I would like to discuss, and probably the most important thing to people coming off BMOQ, is leave. So being able to go on vacation, get away from work, go on holiday, etc. The way I see it, leaving the CAF is designed in a way that promotes work-life balance. I arrived here in November, and because of that, I was able to maximize my holiday leave in December. I was also able to take advantage of what we call LTA, leave travel assistance, to go spend some time with my family and enjoy my time away from work, especially after BMOQ. The LTA benefit is designed to be used by members who are posted away from their immediate family. With the LTA benefit, the CAF was able to cover some of the cost of my travel to go visit my family. Now, to see how it would work for you specifically, go speak to your OR about it, go visit your OR and let them know you would like to know how you can access the LTA, and they would be able to break it down for you in more specific detail. Those are some of the basics that I plan to cover in today's video. And now I'll be getting into some of the pros and cons that I have experienced since getting posted here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. So I'll be starting with the cons. I mentioned in a previous video how it was a bummer that after BMOQ, after graduation, we only got to spend a minimal amount of time with our family and loved ones. And I think that was even more obvious when I flew out here to Halifax. Being from the prairies, Halifax is quite a while away. It's also difficult to travel out there on a whim. So that made it difficult in at least the first few months that I was here. But yeah, I was able to get the holiday a month later, so that was good. And with being away on courses and things, I've also had the chance to spend time with my family and loved ones in those contexts. And now the pros. So a big pro is that the folks out here are nice people. Some of the initial interactions I had were very positive, and that's always good when you move to a new place and you don't know that many people. Having positive initial interactions can help you towards settling in. The second pro is there are a lot of things to explore in and around Halifax. In Halifax, there's a few things here and there, but especially around Halifax, you can drive probably a maximum of 4 hours and be able to get in some nice experiences, some nice scenery, and some enjoyable activities to partake in. And for me, this is a personal one. I enjoy seafood a lot. So being in the Atlantic, in a coastal region, and being able to have access to fresh seafood and almost all kinds of varieties of seafood has been enjoyable and a positive for me in that sense. So yeah, those are the things I've enjoyed about being here in Halifax. All in all, I like to say I've made peace with being here in Halifax and I'm trying to settle in. I've also made friends since I've been here. I've been able to immerse myself into the base, engage in some base activities, whether that be football, soccer, or volunteering, or going to events within the units that I've been in. So that's helped me integrate myself, and I've been looking for more opportunities like that, just to immerse myself into the community. So yeah, basically making the most of it while I'm here, and trying to make Halifax feel like a secondary home while I'm out here. And if there's anything you want to take away from this video, a one-liner, it's when you get to your new location, go find your orderly room and talk to them. And on that note, that's the end of this video. I hope I've been able to give you some useful information. As usual, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with anyone you think this video will be beneficial to. In the meantime, I've been the Black Sailor. Peace.